Start audio. Okay. And we'll go with Jirak. Please give me a rundown of where we're at, what has happened.
Okay. So at the start of last session, we found ourselves outside of the graveyard, protected from, mostly from what I understand it, so the things inside it couldn't get out, rather than keeping anyone out from getting in. We broke down the barriers outside it after finding the abandoned camp of Wizcrack. You see, I've got written down. Let's see. We leveled up after a short rest on the way there. Scroll on a pedestal was glowing, and there was a quote-unquote big-ass force field surrounding the graveyard. Inside the barrier were 3 zombies and 3 floating red skulls, connected by strands of energy. After reading the tome out loud, the 3 red skulls shatter, and the force field disappears, followed swiftly by Hoflau joining us outside. We then pushed his shit in, chasing him inside the crypt that he crawled out of. We found a lot of stuff. Let's see, we got a load of potions, got some bloodstones, moonstones, a stone tablet with a symbol to the crawling king, and a tattooed crawling hand, I think it was, with the tattoo of a worm on it. And Hoflau was siphoning souls off a statue with a bowl, destroyed the statue, and Hoflau was banished. And then we got loot. And then we then figured out that this is where Tristdrassig's sword was originally found by Wizcrack. I can't believe I wrote this. Before he got murky, apparently.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's what Parstolly thinks thinks is a normal word to use. Yeah, let's just leave that be. Never talk about that again. But then after that, I think we were just going to head straight back to town because we need to do a bit of research onto who Hoflau and everything was.
Putting in mind that it was extremely late in the evening, it was probably about 1 o'clock by the time you exit the crypt. I think we agreed that there was a long rest there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where we're at. Wonderful, thank you. Yeah, so after you exit the crypt, the camp is there available for you to rest. You each manage to sleep soundly for most until
oh dear,
you hear
shit.
And you hear the sounds of rain begin to patter and patter, heavier and heavier, as it begins to rain heavily. The storm off in the distance somewhere. It's absolutely downpouring to an extent where it's waking you. Kaplana, as you sit in the dark, you look up and you see a darkened shadow of a gnome. It looks familiar. This is the gnome. The dead body found in the room of the Owl Sailor. As you turn to wake the others, it fades away. You each wake early from your slumber. As you look around the woodline, still dark, you see about a dozen or so red, glowing eyes in the tree line around the camp. You hear snarling and growling as 15 to 20 wargs temper out of the hiding wood. Aggressively, one barks, the other snarls, as several of them snap and bite the air around them aggressively at you all. You quickly snatch your things and your belongings, and realizing you're outnumbered, you run. Following the route you took to get here, the barking follows. You run about an hour, and you think they may have given up, as they are no longer in your sight. Still, with very little light, the morning sun rises. You have a moment to catch your breath, redress into your armor, and don your gear once again. You continue your journey. A few hours into the trek, a single warg stands in the road ahead of you. You all stop. The growling beast creeps toward you and is joined by 20 snarling, grinning wargs around your group. While licking their lips, they ready for you, their morning meal. One moment. Roll for initiative for me, please.
Oh boy.
I think we might be dead.
I think this time I will actually run away for real rather than hiding in the tree.
Wouldn't judge you for it.
So currently you are now surrounded by, quick guess, about 20 of these wargs surrounding you. Laurel, you're up.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna attack one of the wolves.
You absolute twat. Why?
Which one would you like to attack?
Oh, come on. I haven't been in action for a while. Have a bit of fun, eh? I'm going to attack the one on nearest to me. I think it's
This
on
one?
on my left. Yes, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you get your ass out of my face, please?
Hold on, I'm gonna. What did I do? Sorry. like I haven't played it in like 2 weeks. I'm kind of lost. I'm going to go to it and attack it with my rapier. Oh god. Hold on. What is going on? It won't let me press it to attack. I don't really know what
Click
I'm
on your
doing.
click on your weapon in your.
Got it. Yeah.
Got it.
Been a while.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Yep. That hits. So go ahead and click the writing in chat that says rapier and it'll do your damage. That's it. Okay. Good to know.
Sweet.
Gives out a bit of a yelp on the attack. So you're confident that you have done some form of damage.
Screw it. Why not?
Given your circumstances. Okay. Clarence.
Oh, kid down.
Clarence. Clarence is petrified.
I would imagine so. It's quite intimidating.
Clarence is going to hold his action and hide behind Papa.
Okay.
So yeah, he's holding an attack,
Okay.
but he's not raging.
No worries. Good to know. Jirak.
Can I use some kind of like animal handling or insight or something to try and figure out which one of these is like the alpha warg?
Yeah, you can try. Yeah. Yeah, just a general nature check will do that.
Nature, cool. Ooh.
These all look like runts of the litter at this stage. You can see a handful a little bit bigger than some of the others a bit closer, but looking around you can't see one that would define as an alpha. Probably still in hiding, overwatching what's occurring perhaps.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to.
Is the deer the leader?
That's from last time.
It's actually me the whole time.
Oh my god, he's invisible.
Actually, you are probably the only person in this group that would recognise what occurred last time there was a deer on the road.
Get out.
Anyway.
Right. I'm going to run here, and I think make a single attack against the one that I'm stood directly in front of.
Yep.
Oh wait, are they beasts or not?
Yeah, they're
Forgot to
class of
ask.
beasts.
Oh sweet. Then yes, that's 10 points of piercing damage, and then I am going to use a bonus action to set a charge against that one there.
Okay.
So if he comes any closer to me, I get to stab him and do shitloads of damage.
Sure. Okay. Summer.
I'm just gonna shout very loudly. We are clearly overrun. Let's just fucking leave. And I am gonna run and vault over this one and fucking start legging it.
Back the way you came.
Nope. Okay, I'll start legging it the other way. I didn't know what go you came from, so I'm just gonna start running the other way.
Okay. Which direction would you like to go?
I don't know. Is that the way? Is this the way out?
Just be aware that mostly any direction you go, you may be presented with an attack of opportunity.
There are wargs in every direction.
Well, bitch, I am running away.
Okay.
I'm having this shit today.
So as you run past Jirak, the one by the side of him sees you moving and goes to snap at you as you run by. Does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Okay. For 10 piercing damage.
Fucking hell.
And you also need to make a
For fuck's sake.
strength saving throw, DC 13.
For fuck's sake!
So yeah, you don't quite make it to where you hope to. You get to where Jirak is, and you are currently classed as prone.
God damn it.
Yikes.
Okay. Shael, Clarence, please.
Let's see. So he's a blade singer, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do. We're not high enough level for fireball yet, I checked. You said 20 of them. I was like, oh, that sounds like a lot of AoE damage.
Is there a list of... Oh, let's see, has he got his spells written down? Here we go.
There's a lot of his sheet he hasn't filled in, which I'm quite concerned about.
Okay. Suggestion. Does that work on animals?
Depends.
I think suggestion, as long as it understands the language.
I don't think wargs understand common.
Depends
I think
what other languages you speak.
I think they do understand. I don't think they have to share a language with you. They just have to know a language.
Yeah, they know 2 languages.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to speak that? Do I have to share that language?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you speak Goblin?
I have no idea.
I think Shale speaks a lot of languages. Elves tend to.
Elven, Common, Dwarven.
No. In that case, no.
Nope. Okay. Do you know, for the sake of brevity, he is also going to hold his action.
Okay.
And can he sort of back us both up, seeing as I'm behind him?
Sure. Or like help
Just
protect you.
Well, just sort of, I kind of want. He's going to back towards whoever the purple dude is. Here.
Okay.
And sort of form like a pack, if that sort of makes sense.
Let me swap around because that's actually.
Oh, that is me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That's right.
I hid behind the wrong person.
To be fair, it doesn't look very blade singery.
Yeah, so he's that's kind of what I was thinking. Just sort of moving backwards and forming a tight group in case they attack.
Yep.
Then we can't sort of get. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
And he's just holding an attack action, so if anyone comes forward, we'll both defend ourselves.
Good to know. And then Kega.
Before we do my turn, Ellie said that her initiative hasn't been put on the thing.
Oh. Why did I?
Because I have a feeling she's probably gone before Kega. Because Kega, no, she got +2 to Dex. But
what was your roll there, Goblana?
Shut up.
22. Oh yeah. That's we'll do Goblana then.
Okay. Where am I? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna thunder wave them.
Okay.
It's a con save.
How many does that cover?
At the moment, just it's a 15-foot cube, so just the two in front of me.
That's fine. Okay, and that's a con save, yeah?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a 13 and a 14.
A 13 and a what, sorry?
And a 14. So one.
And that's against my spell saves, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a 13, both.
Okay.
So it's 4 damage to both.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to get my flame blade ready.
Okay.
And that's me done.
And then Kega.
Kega is going to run around the other side of me. And I don't think... No, don't want to get an opportunity attack this early in. So we'll just run there and try and bite it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely hits.
10 damage. Oh,
Nice.
cunning.
Good, nice.
And that'll be Kega's turn.
Wonderful. As Kega takes a bite and the one yelps out, each and every warg growls, bellows its head down, arches its back and its shoulders broad, and moves in for their attacks.
We're gonna die.
Fuck. This would be a great time to learn Fireball Shell.
And as they do, you quickly look around the tree line and you can see that there are still red eyes peering from the wood line. There is clearly a lot more wargs awaiting.
Well, we're screwed.
And as they close in to make their attack, the slowly brightened sky from the sunrise begins to dull, covered in a shadow of sorts. You glance and you see a volley of feathered black arrows cover the sky as they beckon down into the wargs, each fall. You hear the barking and the chirping of the wargs in the woods as they communicate to each other and make a run. Ahead of you, you see 6 individuals stand ahead. These are all dead now, by the way.
I think at this point, Clarence is going to jump forward and scream and hit one.
As it does.
Yeah. Yeah! Take that, you bastard! Ah! You don't scare me!
One of the individuals steps forward. Says, Captain Gormack sends us. Seems like we made it in time. Where are the others?
If you're referring to other members of the Shade Watch, they're dead.
Quickly, let's get back to Joran Village. They will shortly be upon us. And they turn and run.
DM, have we met Captain Gormax? I don't know if we met him while I... Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if we met him while I wasn't here because I was late for that one.
Yeah, you was late for the other session, but in terms of game late, Jirak would have met him at the same time that the body was being investigated in the room of the Arse sailor.
Okay. Did we tell him we were coming out to investigate?
He asked you to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say something's fishy. You just all of a sudden they all show up, but no. Okay.
These guys are clearly, and it still takes you a few hours to get back, about an hour or two, but it is clear on the road that they kind of are jogging ahead and hope that you are jogging with them to maintain speed, as there's clearly a lot of wildlife in this area that is considered dangerous. But they do explain to you that they have been on the road for some time, looking for any survivors of the midnight hunt and the recon parties that were sent after them to find out where they had disappeared to. It's clear at this stage you're possibly the only survivors from that night. As you approach, the scarlet sun brightens the wooded walls of Juran, and flashes of red and black of a breezing big top off to the right of the gates, ready for guests later this night. Entering Juran, you see a convoy of miners burrowing some silver ore into the squares for this month's shipping, and Captain Gormax taking inventory of 2 new recruits to the Shade Watch. If anyone is wishing to, they can do a little history check for me. Who did we lose? Yeah, if anyone's wishing to, you can do a little history check for me.
Yeah, I think Shale has a natural 20.
Wonderful. Yeah, Shael would then come to learn that Juran is home to a product known as shade grass, and the largest silver deposit that is usually distributed around the northern Tal'Dorei once a month, giving vital defences and ammunition and revenue to Juran. And as you approach the town square that you've become familiar with in previous nights, you can hear Captain Gormax. Good, stand up, lad. No, stand up straight, lad. You are sure you're old enough? And you can hear like the muttering of responses by these 2 new recruits. Ah, you've returned. Good news, I hope. As he looks at you.
Good and bad.
Someone's going to take the bone out of her bag and hand it to him.
What's expected of me to do with this?
Keep it. I don't know, put it in a museum somewhere.
It's a bone. Do I look like I deal with dark arts?
You wanted us to deal with the problem. That is part of your problem.
And what of the others?
I'm going to pull out the set of Shade Watch studded leather armor that we found, and say this is, and I'm not a man to hyperbolize, but this is literally all that was left.
Kind of see the hint of sorrow in his eye. 'Tis a shame we lost good men and women to the woods.
You didn't lose them to the woods. You lost them to a necromancer. Important distinction.
Is that what the cause was?
I believe his name, he called himself Huflau, a fanatic of someone called Drassig, we think. Had shacked himself up in a tomb and, well, you've seen what he's been doing. We got rid of him for now, but he didn't look very gone to me.
Well, I'm not one for history, so I can't say that I recognize any of the names you've given. But if you think that he's gone and you're happy, then I can but take your word for it. As for the bone, keep it. I have no interest. You may feel that the most is over. Our numbers are now very low, and Arhana Lewin has yet to wake up from her slumber. Our best clerics and mages have not been able to wake her. Magic that has caused it is strong and ancient. We've been told to let her rest for now, but I feel if she does not wake by this morn, action will need to be taken. And he reaches to the side and pulls a large pouch. Says, as agreed, with an added bonus, is 300 gold. I hope it would aid you in your future ventures.
I think I salute, like, very badly. And then immediately give the pouch of coins to Lana, because she's got the bag of holding.
Okay.
Clarence, seeing that, would probably really... He tried to imitate badly, but even worse. And then so he suggests, have you tried shaking the princess?
We've tried many things, small one, but it
But
does
if
not
you
seem
shake
to wake
her, she might wake up.
I'm going to shake you.
What the fuck was that noise?
That was him hiding back behind Shael.
Okay.
So
he doesn't deal well with threats.
we've not seen much sleeping magic like this before. It seems that it's some sort of curse or worse, but our mages are only able to say or distinguish that whatever it is old. Older than most history books are able to tell us.
Insensitive, Capitan. But what time does the circus start?
Kind of.
Yes, so that wasn't insensitive.
By this point, by this point in the day, and Kaplana would know this, that it is around 4 a.m. in the morning. The show, and he kind of has like this turned up lip of disgust, not from the question necessarily, and he kind of looks to the ground and sways his hand openly across the stone flooring of the town square, and you can see that it is littered with flyers, and you can see that they are clearly written the fabulous Via Lupus Circus of Wonder. Tickets are 5 gold each. Date 24th Quinpilar. Show starts at 11:30 p.m.
Got a whole day yet, Summer? Well,
Just
most of one.
excited.
So I'll put the name of the circus in the chat as well, just so you have a clear
I'm gonna turn to him and say, well, your theory is that the magic used to send her to sleep is old, but beyond memory, correct?
Beyond what our history books are able to decipher, yes.
Well, I am going to the library after this. I want to do some research in this Jurassic thing, and I've never heard of it. That could be old as well. So, I mean, chances are they're linked.
I would wish you good luck on your endeavour finding a library in Juran.
There is no library in Duran. Where is the nearest library?
The nearest library would probably be of Westron.
Well, I know we're going after the circus, boys.
Lovely.
Meanwhile, shall we? We could ask around about this princess. See if anyone knows anything about the magic.
Maybe the
Was
druid
this
can help.
before or after?
As you say,
we went
princess,
into the woods?
like you hear Captain Gormax like, she is no princess, more leader of the Shade Watch. At least for here in Juran.
We'll just say that lady, the sleeping lady. What was I going to say? Yeah, maybe I'm gonna like lean over to Lana and like wink very obviously. Maybe your friends, wink, wink, can tell us a bit about this magic, if you know how to contact them. Wink, wink.
Contacting means going into their place.
We did it once. We weren't killed.
And you didn't have to get naked.
Yes.
And I
So that was
cannot
after very
emphasize
long
enough
time.
that that was not the
Just-
point.
Is there anywhere we can find a badger to take with us this time?
I turn to Captain Gormax. Now, I understand you don't have a library. Do you have an exotic pet shop?
No, but once a month the merchant travellers tend to come by of all sorts of strange new wonders to help barter and sell their wares to our locals. I can tell you what there is in Juran, if you haven't had the time to explore. There is 2 taverns, one of which you have stayed in. There is the Temple of the Firm Hand, a general goods store, a tailor, a butcher's, a groceries, and a weaponsmith.
Right. 2 taverns, Temple of the Firm Hand, general store, butcher,
Tailor, grocerers, weaponsmith.
tailor, grocery, and weaponsmith. Right. Well, I imagine you've spoken to the people from the Temple of the Firm Hand already, given that you're not, a complete idiot when it comes to magic.
Let's not rule anything out, she whispers to Garrett.
He said clerics. I can only assume. Well, I suppose if you need anything of us, let us know. But we're not going to be. If they don't know anything about it, I think they're a bit better at this whole researching magic malarkey than we are.
Elo Mevericki is the cleric at the Firm Hand.
DM, can Shale, as an intelligent man, do a check to sort of if he's heard of anything, any sort of similar sleeping disorders or anything
Yeah,
like
he
that?
can do a Arcana check. I would think, considering he's trying to decipher the the arcanic destination.
That's a 24.
He's heard of there are a number of different types of sleeping spells or magics that would relate to the fact. Given that they're saying that it's ancient, he hasn't come across anything that's ancient. Generally, most of the sleeping spells are practiced in a more general manner across the spectrum rather than being hidden away. And usually they don't cause too much hindrance to individuals. Usually even a spell can usually be broken by waking them up in a regular manner to be told that this particular moment is being caused and regular clerics are unable to break her from this sleep is a little bit troubling.
Right.
So guys, you have 4 hours to do Jackal.
I'm gonna do some cat
as
training.
The stores generally won't open until about 8 a.m. So you have a moment or two to roll P. If you want to breeze through that, we can. So some of you wish to train, do you? Okay. First of all, what are you wishing to train your cat to do?
To come when he's cold.
Okay.
And play dead.
Are you using anything?
Love a good old bit.
Are you using anything to your advantage to help make sure that he returns to you?
Like bits of food.
Okay.
She can use me as well.
Do you have?
I'll tell her how I taught Kegger as well, just to try and.
Oh yay!
Okay.
I'm a forest gnome, so like one of my things is speak with small beasts.
Okay.
Friends.
So I'm going to help her as well.
With the help of Girac and Clarence, you spend a moment and you kind of walk out into the square. You place down your cat and you walk about 10 feet away and turn, and the cat looks at you very curiously, slumps on his rear end and begins to lick himself.
For fuck's sake.
You get used to it. It happens a lot.
Go ahead and roll with advantage your animal handling.
That's a very loud guinea pig.
Yeah, sorry.
It's either that or this cat makes a very strange noise.
I told you it was a displacer beast.
So you call it. So as you use your manners to beckon your animal towards you, it looks at you. It kind of goes to lick, and you pursue it more, and it kind of just stops. You can almost see the rolling of eyes, and it sits back up, and it kind of eases delicately forward towards your hands while you're holding out the food to ease it towards you. How do you call it?
Hey kitten! Hey kitten! Come kitten!
Okay.
You've called it kitten.
Actually, I've called it Eben, but kitten just sounds... Yeah. I call everything kitten. I call my cat kitten.
And so it comes to you, and you can see its nose begin to flare as it sniffs the food, and you see like water welling up in the corners of its eyes, and it eases, and it disappears from your sight. You look around.
What?
And it's 15 feet from where you was, as it is like reappeared in a different location to where it was.
Can I do an investigation? Because what the fuck?
You could do a nature check, I guess.
Like, what are you doing, cat? And no one sneezes that hard that they sort of just disappear.
I turn and watch Kegger to make sure she doesn't disappear.
I'd also like to do a nature check as well.
Okay. You can
Yes.
most certainly-
Help a girl out.
anyone that would be concerned or confused by this action can
Shit.
most certainly do
Can I do a check to see if this is a dragon in disguise?
that. You could do an insight check, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check this dragon. This cat.
Dragon.
That's a
Oh
6.
my
Yeah.
god, we're all so bad at this.
It is definitely a cat.
Durak, you wanna chime in here? Cause what the fuck?
Okay, I would like to consider myself an expert on cats, lions, jaguars, cougars, panthers, and
I will allow you to
all
have
other
advantage
felinids.
as you have a cat of your own.
And apparently bears and badgers, but you know.
No, actually, I am definitively not an expert on bears and badgers because apparently I thought they were the same thing. I am. What am I? Is it nature? Did you say?
Yeah, you can have an advantage because you have a cat of your own.
Okay. I sort of like get Kega to stand beside. Was it Eben?
Eben.
Yeah.
He is.
And just go like,
Measuring out.
just like
measuring
looking
up.
from one to the other.
Hey!
I found your problem. It's too small.
You have seen this particular feat before, but you've never seen it in a cat. The way that it blinked out of existence and reappeared is much the same as something known as a blink dog. You've not come across one that was a blink cat.
Okay, Summer, I've got 3 excellent bits of news.
Oh, brilliant.
1, it's not a displacer beast because you like cats and not octopuses.
Okay.
2, it can do that pretty much whenever it wants. And 3,
fabulous.
this is a bit that, metagamey, but that cat can speak Sylvan, and when you hit level 13, you're going to be able to speak Sylvan, so you can eventually talk to your cat.
There is an additional piece to what you managed to decipher from knowing with a 23, with a crit, that this is not just a regular pure breed blink cat, per se. This is being crossbred.
Is it a displacer blink cat? Because I call bullshit and I want Kega to be able to breathe fire. She gets a displacer blink cat.
Don't forget, it is a kitten. It
can do 1 damage.
Even it itself
Okay.
is shocked by the fact it just blinked out of existence and reappeared. This is probably the very first time it's ever done that.
Okay. I relay that information to Summer, and I say, "Well, just don't make a big deal out of it. It's not, just like, I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions, and I'm doing another one of those stupid things again. This is just the same thing I did with Lana, but our bodies go through changes. Okay." That whole speech. Actually, I don't know if you had that whole speech because you were literally from hell, but that whole speech that you may or may not have been given, just do that to the cat. It may be able to understand you. I don't know.
Give the cat the speech.
I'm gonna crouch
No,
down.
not the speech. The speech, like the speech. You're gonna have to wait 17 more years for the cat, I think, because otherwise you're breaking a couple of laws. I don't know the exact law of Tal'Dorei, but I can't imagine it's much different from our own. But no, yeah, don't make a big deal out of it. If it does it again, don't freak out and go screaming, because it will probably just make it worse.
Okay. Alright.
I'd like to crouch down to the cat and just murmur in Sylvian, "Isn't Giraffe putting his foot in his mouth again? Isn't he?"
Go ahead and roll a animal handling.
I speak Sylvian.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He understands you. It doesn't necessarily mean to like you.
12?
Yeah. You speak in its language. It kind of nuzzles, clearly scenting your finger with the corners of its cheeks. Okay.
I scratch Kegger on the head and say, "Don't worry, you don't have to be able to teleport for me to love
So,
you." I walk off indignantly.
Someone's jealous.
Given that detail, you now understand that this is some sort of crossbreed blink displacer cat type thing. I mean, it is extremely young. It's clear that was the first time it's even done that. So for it to redo that again, it's going to take some time. Okay, so I would say that given maybe an hour or so has passed, given some training and some insightful knowledge, and the outcome has clearly conjured up conversation that has caused time to pass by. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
I actually want to look around, like in the streets or whatever, to look for materials because I want to make my fire starter.
Okay. What materials do you currently require for that?
It only says 10 gold pieces worth of materials.
Okay.
All it says. So I'm going to just look around and see if I can find anything.
Well, currently all the stores are still closed at this stage, but you would most certainly, from peering in some of the windows, you can see that the general goods store would probably have a lot of the materials that you would require for that.
Or any scrap materials and bins and anything like that.
If you're going through any kind of like salvaging, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Because I want to make my fire starter.
She's been threatening to set me on fire.
Did you say insight, yeah? Or investigation?
No, investigation. That's it.
While she's doing that,
yeah, sure.
Can Summer tell everyone about the dream that she had?
Yeah, let me just finish that bit off and we can get to that. Yeah, I would say with a 23, it takes you a good part of an hour walking around. You find a few bits that you kind of have to like rip things apart and take things out of other things to get what you need. But yeah, sure, you manage to get the materials you require without spending the coin.
Wicked. Thank you.
Yeah, of course you can absolutely tell anyone you like, Summer, the dream that you had. Hello. Summer?
Ah, shit. I was on mute the entire time.
Typical.
Yeah, I'm going to turn to Jurak and Lana and just sort of explain to them this dream that I had to see if they could recognise this creature and what it was saying to me.
Okay. Do you want to relay what that was in case they forget what happened?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it in my notes.
I have it written down if it helps.
You're a good egg.
I try.
So what is it? The creepy puddle of red creature with hundreds of sharp teeth. I can't remember what you said the creature looked like. And then I'm not even going to try and butcher this all spelt backwards. The weird anagram thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write it back in.
Your head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to write it back in the chat and see.
I would say, given that Shael's not here and you're telling the group that Shael would probably have casted comprehend languages and have you repeat those words, only to learn that it is a language known as deep speech.
Ooh.
And you now understand. You now understand what it means.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to
Deep
repeat
speech
what
is
it
not good
means.
news.
No. I've lost my
Yeah.
pen.
Is it a recipe?
Yeah, it is for disaster.
Slightly.
2 cups of sugar.
A pinch of salt.
Isn't deep speech the one that Kraken speak?
Yeah, I believe so.
Good news, boys. You're not wanted in hell, you're wanted at the bottom of the ocean.
I mean, so my nice little message: blood will fill your lungs as I feed your souls. Yum.
Well, I have to admit, in comparison, my recurring dreams that I've had with you in them, oh god, fucking done it again.
What the hell?
They now sound a lot better.
You have something to tell me?
I think we've brought it up before. But I have had recurring dreams with most of the people here, in which some of the people here die.
Oh,
And
I mean,
I cover Kegger's ears. I said this. It was Kegger, and now other people died in the dream as well, but nothing quite the level of. Oh no! I mean, being killed via poison breath, like literally asphyxiating on your own blood, is pretty bad. No, we're joint. We're definitely joint. Never mind. And just for the record, no one at any point was nude in the dream. Apart from Kegger, but that's I mean. Oh, that reminds me. I know what I'd like to do for the day.
oh, okay.
I would like to find an armor smith to make a set of armor for Kegger.
You have a weaponsmith.
Oh, is it not a full? It's just weapons.
Yeah.
Feck. Okay, never mind. I got to goes. Blacksmith. Never mind. I turn around and go find everyone else again.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I will say, given you kind of are like sat by the miners taking inventory of their stock ready for this evening's distribution and convoy to wherever they may need to go to. The shops are now open.
I would like to go buy some cat treats.
Okay. Cat treats.
Yeah.
Cat treats.
Oh, with my scrap, I want to start making my fire starter. It takes me an hour, I think.
Yeah, sure, that's not a problem. I would have said by the time it's done now.
Oh,
Would
okay.
you say we get a short rest during the time we're here?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Cool.
You in the general goods store?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we? So you enter a rather large double-windowed property with a wooden door in the middle. You enter and you see behind the counter a dwarven male owner. Yes, what can I do for you?
I would like to purchase some cat treats for my tiny beast.
Sure. Like, I mean, no one ever comes to see Obi and, wants to tell him about their day. I mean, it's like, hey, Obi, how you doing?
Well, I don't know
Would you like to know what my day was like?
No, really, I really don't care. I just want the fucking treats, sir, please.
God, you are rude.
I'm sorry that I didn't ask about your day. Can I have the cat treats now, please?
Clearly not a morning person. Yes, of course, cat treats are over there. It is 3 silver pieces per pack.
I don't suppose you have any books either, do you?
Do I look like a fucking bookstore, general goods, general stuff.
General,
regular
I count
stuff.
books as general, you fuck.
Are you buying or not? Get out.
Yes, I'm buying cat treats.
Please. So if you'd like to part with 3 silver pieces per ration of kitty treats will last you a day apiece.
I did not hear any of that first bit that you just said.
So you can count them like rations. So
Okay.
1 ration for 1 day.
Okay, I'm
They're
gonna
3
buy like
silver
10.
pieces.
Hello? Hello?
So it's 30 gold pieces.
30? Lovely.
Anyone else doing anything? Is there anything else anyone buying in the general goods?
I would like to silver my spear and get everyone else to silver their weapons as well.
So you head to the weaponsmith.
Yep.
Yeah. You see almost like a barn door opening to a property, and you can hear the light tapping of the metallic rhythm from within. You enter, you see an extremely tall dwarven female. Like she's still short to you, but she's tall for a dwarf. And one of her arms is very muscular, and one is a regular arm, strangely. And she says,
You're going to walk into that one.
She says, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
Ave, I intend on silvering my spear. I was hoping you'd be able to help me in that endeavor.
So would you like me to silver an existing blade or create your new blade?
I have some sentimental attachment to this spear, yes. So, like, if you can just sort of apply a coat, I'm not quite sure how it works.
Okay, well, you can leave your weapon in the inbox, and you look and you see this like really crudely painted sign that says "in," and it's like a wooden barrel, and there's like several other blades like in this kind of barrel. And she says, "It is a 24-hour service for silvering."
Now you understand, I don't really live a life where if I went 24 hours without a spear, I wouldn't die.
Well, I can create a new spear. It makes 3 days. So, what would you like?
Can I? And I like very, very unsubtly pull out like just a loose handful of extra coins and go, expedite the process at all.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Look, I'm not here for time wasters. I mean, I've got a lot of things to do. I would like to help you. You're quite cute, but I cannot skip the queue.
Persuade her in another way. Persuade her in another way.
I already asked if she could silver my spear. I'm not going any further than that. Well, boy. If I was to give you like 8 weapons, would you be able to do them all at once?
If you give it to me now, it will be ready by 8 a.m. tomorrow.
I mean, we're going to the circus. What could happen at the circus?
We went to a festival like 2 days ago, and so many people died.
Agreed.
Like so many people.
Okay.
Tell you what, no, lightning never strikes twice in the same place. I hand over my spear.
Okay.
Please don't lose it.
I'll try not to lose it.
I'm going to rely on my hand axe. It's a proportionally adequate spear. Thank you very much. Do I pay now or after?
You can pay now.
Okay, I hand over. Now, PHB says it costs 100 gold to silver a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I hand over 100 gold pieces.
Wonderful. Anyone else?
No, I'm good.
No, not for me.
Okay.
I'm good. I want to save my money to get drunk.
So you do have options for that. There is no like alcohol law in Duran in terms of when it's legal to serve and so on. There is, of course, the Arse Sailor, which you are familiar with, and there is a second tavern known as the Drip Tray.
The drip tray.
I think at the moment I'm alright. I'm probably going to get drunk a little bit later. It's a bit too early for alcohol. And plus, I want to look at my new toy that I just made.
Okie dokie. Clarence, anything you're doing shopping wise?
No, I'm just going with the crowd.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, in that case, you managed to do your short trip of shopping, and you see that as the hours pass by, the village, the town square, becomes a lot more busier, and there are people that are bustling through the shops and buying their individual items and so on and so forth as business is conducted. And so you have two locations you can kind of wait around for time to pass if you like. As I say, there are two taverns. It is morning, so it's likely that you would either try and settle up for some breakfast, or if you're waiting till later, it will be lunch, or even dinner. So it's really up to you.
I definitely think we should food.
Okay.
Agreed. Food.
Where are you going to?
Let's try out the new place. What is it? The drippy
The Drip
something.
Tray.
The drip tray.
Mhm.
Let's go give that one a go.
Okay. You walk in. This one much cooler than the Arse Sailor. The floor is saturated wood, and it smells like stale ale. There are a handful of broken stools that lay in the corner of the tavern, and a half-orc female standing behind the bar. And as you enter, she spits into the glass, rubs a cloth, and dries out to polish the glass.
I don't think that's very hygienic.
Just like my mother used to make it. It builds character. Come. I'm gonna walk forward and greet her in Orcish. Hello. We would like to get fucked up and also eat food.
Oh.
Okay. What food do you like?
Something hearty.
You like meat? I like meat.
I sort of like
give you
flex.
lots
Says
of
that.
meat.
Oh yes.
And she
I like meat.
she kind of leans in really close and gives you a wink. Okay, I get cook to whip you up something special. Name's Milane.
Milane. Jirak, and they do like they just try and do the predator handshake. You like grab each other's forearm.
So yeah, Milane goes off, and you can hear her go in Orcish. You hear in the back, "Hey, you lazy fuck! Wake up! Cook food. We have guests. That good meat. Put it on the grill. Yes, the special season. You fucking idiot." And then she comes like like almost like floundering like outwards, like almost like in a flirtatious manner, back onto the bar and like looks over at you. I mean, she's still quite tank. She's a half orc, so.
I am absolutely ecstatic. This is exactly what I looked for in a tavern. I turn to the group, say, "Everyone, I've found my new home. We're never leaving." And I go and find us all a table, I think.
Okay.
And I make sure that Lana doesn't just storm out upon seeing the unsatisfactory hygienic conditions. We literally slept on the floor last night in the forest. I think you can manage a bit of orc spit.
I'm good, thank you. I know where the forest has been.
I mean, a few moments pass, and Melaine comes back out, and she almost like haphazardly like chucks the plates on the other sort of spaces, but gently places down Jirax, and you can see in front of you, and it smells divine. Even all the others is really good meat. Is like a big steak chunk, like a T-bone steak, and you can see that there's like this seasoning across it, like barley and sort of thyme and all sorts you could see, and there seems to be like some sort of dripping sauce that's being dripped around that it's kind of like absorbing, and it smells divine.
You're making me hungry.
She comes back again and places down these 6 jugs of like wooden ale tankards filled, but it doesn't seem to be filled with ale. It doesn't have that same consistency. This is kind of an offish black colour, much thicker, almost like a liqueur, if anything. And she kind of stands over you all, like really close to the table, and you all sitting down, arms crossed, like side-eyeing and smiling at the side of her eye at Jirac.
Yeah, I'd really not drink that. Thank you very much.
Puts hair on your chest.
If it's alcohol, I'll have it.
You can fucking have it then.
You're quite small, so don't. Do I as like? Is this like an orcish drink, or is this what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
Ankeg-hide?
No, it's not Ankeg-hide.
Okay, very good. But does Jirac know what this is? Like, is this a traditional orcish drink or something?
It's not a traditional orcish drink, but you might know what it is with a history check.
What was that? Sorry.
You might know what it is with a history check.
History check. Yep.
Mm-hmm. This is lukewarm chocolate milk.
My favorite.
But it's not like milk chocolate milk. It's like dark tar chocolate milk.
Oh, so it's not alcohol. Well, that's
it's lukewarm, so it's not quite hot and it's not quite cold.
Yeah, nice.
But with a 16, you do know that usually orcs or even half orcs would see individuals, if they're served the food, they would want to see individuals eat and not leave anything left.
I first of all, I cut off the best bit of the steak, throw it to Kegger, and then go to town, I think.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to like put stuff onto Jirac's plate as he eats?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, don't screw me, roll 20, don't screw me, roll 20. 19. Does she see it?
I'd say with a 19, no. She's very close and right next to Kegger and like just by his shoulder, and he's clearly side-eyeing him with her bottom teeth curled up over her lip. She is really wanting to see this kind of this incursion occur. So everyone that is eating and drinking, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Doesn't matter what we're drinking.
If you're drinking what has been placed, then yes. If you're refusing to drink, then no.
Clarence is too young to drink and is just asking for a glass.
It's kind of like I would imagine she kind of just leans over the table and kind of like this large sort of arm comes between the group and she kind of just taps Clarence on the head. It's like, it's okay, little one. No alcohol. You'll like it.
No, just water, please. Thank you.
Can I put a little bit of? Can you put a little bit of alcohol in my drink, please? Because I will down it in one. This is swig.
It weighs as much as you. Is that safe?
Yeah, it's fine.
I do hope you're not wanting to offend me. We've made effort to make sure you'll enjoy a meal. Each and every one of you.
I'm an alcoholic and having normal drink. I need an alcohol. I haven't had alcohol for 24 hours. That's all I'm asking. This is sweet, please.
Go ahead and make
Don't
a
worry, love.
persuasion check
I'm an
first of all.
alcoholic.
What's that?
A persuasion check first of all.
Yeah. Did I do it? 16.
She kind of growls and snarls, and you can hear like that. And she kind of like snaps her body round, and she spins, and she kind of stomps to the bar and gets a shot, and you can hear the bloop, 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 and she comes back, and she just kind of shoves it on the table and slides it across to you.
Sweet. Thank you, sweetheart.
You are going to end up getting yourself killed.
It's just I haven't had alcohol in 24 hours, Summer. Come on, leave me alone.
Now tell me, Jurek, do you like the steak?
I look up from the now picked clean plate with tears in my eyes. I do that, and then I say, that was the most beautiful thing I've eaten in the longest time. Thank you so much. And then I think I like vomit in my mouth a little bit because I ate way too quickly, and then just swallow it straight back down again.
You make an oak bash. Please come back anytime, Jurek. We close a little earlier than the sale. And she kind of like raises her eyebrows twice at you as she walks away.
It goes straight over my head. I'm gonna what?
I mean, she even.
I'm gonna what?
You're gonna what?
Even some.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Even some half
orc are like, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, Jurek.
No,
Don't lie to me. Have a sense, you know.
No, I'm not a very good liar. When I lie, watch this. My name is Summer, and you see, like as I lie, like my right eyebrow just starts twitching, like very quickly. That happens when I try and lie. It's not. Yeah, I couldn't lie if I tried.
Okay. In terms of the meal, it's 5 gold pieces each.
5 what?
5 gold pieces each. That includes the drink and the steak. Yeah.
I'm like, I can't drink it.
I now have less money than I started the game with. Excellent.
If we didn't eat it, do we still need to pay 5 gold?
Yup.
If no one else is eating it, I will take their 5 gold on.
This is
And
like
I'll eat
one of them places that kind of doesn't have a menu up, but like you drink and you eat in there, and as you go,
Kitten.
to
And then they
leave,
give you the bill. Yeah, they're like one of them really fancy sushi places where they sort of just bring you food and then you say you're done and then like repossess your house.
Yeah.
Jurek, it's all yours.
Look at that fucking eye.
Okay, I will take Lana's meal as well.
It's really itchy and I can't stop rubbing at it.
Why?
Okay.
I don't know, it's just itchy and I keep getting like stuff stuck in it.
Hello.
I did not realise that I was off mute. Leave me alone.
So given the time, you're able to relax in there. Melaine does see to other tables, but in the hours that pass, she just kind of leans on one of her palm under her chin and rests on the bar, and it's almost like she's just looking through Jirak, just completely through him in this weird gaze. And every now and then she kind of snaps out of it and goes to do some work and comes back a few moments later and continues this same method over the passing hours. And she is half orc, and she's female. She is not good looking, but you could easily be distracted by her physique.
Even if she was good looking, it would go straight over Jirak's head.
So I will say, given the time spent, it does approach the 8 p.m. mark, and Blaine is kind of wrapping up, and she's like, "So, Jirak, you staying? You can keep lady company. Or if you guys would like to carry on drinking, you could always go to the Cross Sailor."
No, we're gonna go to the circus. And I mean, I think there's a child count as a lady. There's three and a bit in the group already, so I don't think I need to look after any other women. Thank you, though.
It is a shame.
He'll look after you when he comes back.
No, I won't. I'm going to go to bed, probably. Because if it starts at 11...
Oh, but it gets cold at night, Jirak. Duran is a very
But
cold
she wants
place.
you. She wants you to join her. She wants you to
No, but
come and give her cuddle.
Yeah,
The
Jirak,
Arsenal is a lot warmer, so if you stayed there, you wouldn't be as cold. I assume you stay here.
I am not allowed in the Cross Sailor. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Can Clarence just innocently offer a bedroll if she gets cold at night?
You give her your bedroll.
Yeah. I say, I just like, oh, if you get cold, you can have this.
That's... Ignore him. Clarence, keep a hold of that. It's very kind of you, but I'm sure she has plenty of blankets already.
Oh, but she's cold. Okay.
Don't worry. She's just too stingy to pay for the central heating.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Jurek says that, but he has no idea, if that's actually true or not. So just assumes.
You hear the chime of a bell for last orders, and clearly a lot of people just get up and begin to leave. And you can see them from a nearby window that they begin to walk down to where Xavier's is in terms of the Cross Sailor, which is clearly still bustling with customers.
And how long? This is what, 3 hours before the circus starts?
I would say it's about 8 p.m. now.
I say we make our way to the Cross Sailor, wait there, and then go and make our way to the circus straight after. Do we have to pay for tickets in advance, or is it on arrival?
The flyer that you had says tickets at the door.
Okay. Yeah, I say we go down to the Cross Sailor then. We have, unless anyone wants to mill about an empty town for 3 hours.
I mean, I could do some more cat training while we're over there. Have a drink.
That's true. Do we still have rooms booked out?
Well, you had rooms for that night, but you didn't continue your booking, so it would have likely have been for a single night's booking. But you can always go back and book rooms if they're available.
Okay. Well, I imagine we will after as long as we don't have to hunt something into the woods after we're done at the circus. I imagine we'll probably be staying there. Yeah, I say we go there, book a couple of rooms, and then.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm probably going to book a couple of rooms, and then now all the shops are shut, I'm going to look for more scrap so I can make some more stuff. I'm getting cheap on this.
So you make your way to the Arsailers, and I mean it's kind of a bit of a squeeze because it's clearly one of the last places open, and it's the night of the circus, so a lot of the customers and people that are waiting to for it to open kind of get there. But nonetheless, you kind of weave in. Again, you are hit with this ridiculous heat that instantly is like walking into a sauna. And you see Xavier. Oh, hello, you've returned, my friends. What can I do for you today? Are you staying again? You're lucky I have 2 rooms still.
Well, I know that Jurak would like some of your entertainment, and we would all like to book rooms.
There's entertainment here?
Why, I can give you such a treat. And he kind of clicks his fingers again, and you see this.
Enjoy that one, Jurak. It's
pale blue tiefling begins to seductively walk in your direction.
I like sort of just like shove her out of the way. No, we need 2 rooms for all of us. It'll be a bit cramped now. We'll figure it out. 2 rooms and a round on me, please.
Would you like the house ale, or would you like, of course, Duran's special grape shot?
I'm going to lean over and go, I'm going to be honest, mate. I have not very much money left, so whatever one's cheaper.
Well, grape is 5 copper, but it is a shot. It gives you quite a kick, though.
We'll have 1 grape each, and then an ale each.
Okay, the rooms are 1 good piece.
Okay.
I'm taking it you're not wanting the companion,
no? Don't want what, sorry?
The entertainment. Zava, she has come all the way over from the other side of the room, and you choose not to dance with her.
What does she do?
What is it you would like her to do?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like...
You're gonna fucking bite
okay,
down. No.
To use the obvious example, that's like going to the circus and they just say, yeah, sure, what do you want to see us do? No, it's meant...
Get down.
Does she juggle?
Can she juggle?
Honey, stop.
You could wait to retire to the room early, and she can show you her juggling skills.
Yeah, okay. Can she do it? Are there any free tables?
Oh my god.
If you're wanting her to do this for you, I would say do it in the comfort of your own privacy.
Oh no, because I'd want everyone else to see. So it'd be really cramped. I mean, like, we're sleeping in there, three people and a lion already, so it's going to be pretty cramped. If we have all 6 of us and a lion and the juggler, I mean, she's not going to have any room to do her work.
I mean,
yeah, Clarence, she's going to see. My friend wants to watch.
Juggling.
I like pick him up and like hold him under one arm, like.
Yay!
You hear that, buddy?
Firstly, Clarence, this would be the first time you've been in here since looking for Shael, and this is the first time you've seen it actively busy. Most of the patrons, they're wearing nothing but their underwear,
Oh,
and that's the customers.
I think Shael would be covering my head right now.
So he goes, well, if you're not shy, I mean, you can join the rest of the fun. And
He's no,
she
definitely
grabs,
shy.
she begins to grab your hand and pull you into the center of the room.
I'm
Okay, yeah,
gonna
cool.
hold Lana back, like just let go.
No, I say I like shoot her off and go. No, you go ahead. I'm gonna stay here and watch. You go juggle.
She
I
says,
would like your strongest alcohol.
she says,
I pull out the 5 or the 6 group that I've already paid for and put them in front of her. Like, yeah, the one's yours. Take my shot.
I would like to show you my juggling skills. However, I need a set of balls to do so. And she carries on tugging at you.
Oh, it's like an audience participation. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. And I follow her to the center of the room.
Mom's gonna put her head on the desk, just on the tavern bar. And just
Oh, Summer's loving this. She's like,
So she does perform an extravagant feat. She has you standing, one hand on your upper torso, as she slut drops to the floor and begins to weevil her head around into your groin area. You're still fully clothed, but you can feel this sensation of juggling. It's the only word to describe it.
I leap backwards and scream, "Oh, what the fuck!"
Summer is just gonna be crying with laughter in the corner.
And she turns and then continues entertaining other guests.
What the fuck? I run away and hide behind someone else.
Okay. So a few hours pass. You see a few people kind of like tapping other patrons, and they're like tapping their wrist for like timepieces that don't yet exist. And you see them begin to like get on some clothes and begin to exit. You can tell that it is probably nearing showtime. So, how do you proceed?
To the circus! Go.
Are we going to the circus?
Yeah.
Yep.
Clarence doesn't like having his head covered up for too long.
Okay, so you reach the gate for the entrance. You're in a queue, a little bit of a queue, but it soon surpasses as you are then entered into a circular room. The tent is black and red striped with matching drapes surrounding the area. The circle showground, 2 tall spires with ropes and lines attached. A cage enshrouds the lower portion of one of these spires, and there is seating areas that surround the edges. Excuse me. As the show begins, it kicks off with music. There is several entertainers playing flutes around the outside of the circle of entertainment. Following, acts of all mysterious kinds of feats. A young male comes throwing knives in the air as he cycles round on a strange wooden contraption. A few times you hear the crowd ooh and ah as he almost drops or harms himself in a manner, but at the last moment seems to be fine. A young female, bent over backwards, face turned, body twisted, walks across clambering like some sort of arachnid. As she twists and bends her bones into shapes that you had thought impossible. Something familiar for you, Jirak, as a series of jugglers come onto the stage, throwing their batons. Not as much of a roar for this act. A strange, deformed creature, hair sprouting from every part of his body, arms out wide, and this gelatinous, fat roll of a mess just peers around as the rest of the crowd begin to cringe and err at this freak show as it walks past. The typical acts, the magicians wave their wands and cast almost firework-like magics, make things disappear into hats and reappear as something else. The high wire acts, as the acrobatics begin to cross over wearily over the line with a fall that could kill. A series of small gnome-like individuals dressed in multicolours, acting comedic, throwing things at each other, spraying each other with waters as they run around the crowds, crazy and awe. They begin to laugh and giggle along. As the show comes to a climax, the big top packed, many of the circus folks begin to lock themselves into the cage in the center of the show floor. You look up and you can see that there is a segment of the big top missing. If I can have you each roll a perception check for me.
Fuck's sake.
I'm rolling shocking tonight.
Hey, my rolling's on my side tonight.
Fuck you.
Laurel and Jirak, you see the overcasted night sky begin to pass through as flickers of white glow through as a full moon emerges this night. The lights go out. Silence overcomes everyone as the glowing light brightens through the tent's open roof. Screams begin to fill the room. As you take a moment to look around, you see several large beasts ripping into throats of the townfolk. Roll initiative.
So which ones are the aggressors? Is it just all the colourful ones in the middle? Oh, no, it's that guy there. Never mind.
Oh, lovely. Oh,
Get everyone that time. Yeah. Mm. Why did I not do that? Oh, that was a really bad roll. Okay, so you see the one down by you ripping into the throat of this individual, and this one ripping the throat of this one. Everyone else, oh, hello. Everyone else in the crowd begins to run or attempt to try and leave this area. Shael, if you please, Clarence.
Shael will firebolt this dude.
Which one? The one in the middle.
No, the one ripping the dude off.
So?
I've not done spells before. How do I do attack rolls? Spell.
Same. If you click on the spell, should do the same.
It just popped up with the
Has he put it in his weapon space?
No. He's done rapier. Shall I just do?
Just do, yeah. Click the thing for rapier because it should be the same.
Yeah, it's the same dex and
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Oh no, he's not put anything in there.
Typical. Roll a 1d20 plus his dex, I guess.
Okay. 14.
14 does hit.
14. That is 1 point of damage. He gingerly singes the animal.
Okay.
As a bonus, has he got any bonus actions? I think that's it.
Laurel. Oh wait, have I skipped anyone? I didn't skip anyone, did I? No. Yep, Laurel.
I'm going to. What have I actually? I'm going to use my short bow, and I'm going to attack the one that sliced the guy's throat up.
One closest to you, yeah.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
So 23. Oh.
23 will hit.
8.
Okay.
I am my turn.
Okay. And that was piercing damage, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. It kind of, you see the arrow bolt kind of hit his shoulder and then just fall to the floor. No reaction.
I'm guessing Pearson doesn't work with him then.
Okey-dokey. Summer.
I'm gonna come parkour down this bench thing that I'm on. Cha, jumping over everyone. Cha. To this guy. And then I'm gonna smack him with a stick.
Okay.
Aye.
Miss.
I swear to fucking God, Cal, end you. He keeps knocking my bin over. Such a dick. I'm gonna, as my bonus action, use one of my KI points to do flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
Get off my life, please. Get off.
Nope.
29. 5 bludgeoning.
So, as this creature arches upwards on his 2 hind legs, claws like scouring either side of you, you kind of try and double punch his chest. One like misses completely, kind of like moves to the side. The other hits, but it's almost like it's like punching a tree. It's like just like this hollow, like boom, boom, boom noise. It doesn't seem phased at all.
Yeah. I swear to fuck off my screen.
Clarence.
Is this dude dead? Why can't I click? Here we go. This guy, or is he still in the process of dying?
He's in the process of dying. His
Okay.
throat is like just pretty much.
Clarence is gonna come up and make an attack with his Warhammer fists. That's a 9. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
Oh.
Attractive. Shirak.
Yep.
Shirak, you may be muted.
That I am. Right. Well, the map's disappeared for me, which is good. But I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up to the nearest, I presume, werewolf. Bonus action, I'm going to Hunter's Mark it. And I'm going to hit it with my silver hand axe.
I'd imagine this one.
Let me reconnect, see if I can get eyes on anything. I can see now. Yeah, oh yeah, that one there. Hit it with my silver axe. 24 hit.
24 does hit, yes.
Then I do 8 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
And I mutter under my breath, I told all of them they should get their weapons silvered. I knew something like that was going to fucking happen. And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Yeah, this does the axe seems to be really like easy, like it's like butter, like knife through butter. It seems to have this kind of fluidity with making the impact. Goplana.
Okay. I want to move to about by here. And yeah. I'm gonna poison spray it. The one right in front of me.
Okay. So, what's that? Constitution save, isn't it?
Con save, yeah.
Too many bloody tabs open now. 20.
Oh, definitely succeeds. Don't think it sustains any damage.
Is it half or anything?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just it's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, cantrips are normally just all or nothing.
Fair enough.
And then I want move about 5 foot, so I get to about. Can I get to where the people are in the cage?
Yeah, I would say so. Just about, just on the cusp.
Cool. Go to about by there.
Yeah.
That's the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Kega.
Kega doesn't have silver fangs, so I think she's just going to charge straight for this one and try and knock it prone. With, let's see, if this hits. Nope. I think Kega just fucking runs over there and then face plants. I think no, she can't. Yeah, it has to hit with a claw attack. Yeah, hits. Nothing happens.
Okay. Then the werewolves begin to, like, one of them clearly snarls at you. The one that's in the center is kind of now looking at the 3 individuals right up close. You hear a bark off into the distance as the one furthest away realizes that there are people trying to make a stand. The civilians. Oh, shit. The civilians? No, why can I not move them? Oh, right. They're not there. You can see them, but they're not there. Just so we're clear. Oh, for God's sake. Tech undo. Yeah, bastard. No. Right, he's going to have to stay there because otherwise I'm just deleting things. Undo. Okay. He kind of snarls and barks, and you see one come from nowhere and dash out of the door after the retreating population. So there's actually 4 of these fuckers. Yeah, get out of the way. I hate my life right now. I can't even move that one. For God's sake. Right. I'm going to move it out of the way because it's just causing issues. It's still there.
We know it's there, yeah.
Right. So he moves down from behind you, Jirak. going to do a multi-attack. There's a 19 hit.
19 does hit, yeah. My AC is 17 at the moment.
Okay, so the 13 will miss, which is the bite, but the claws hit you for 10 slashing damage. The other stands up to you. Their Summer growls at you and swipes with its claw and attempts to bite also.
How much damage did I take, sorry?
10 points.
10. Oof.
Does a 9 hit, Summer?
Nay, it does not.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay. He kind of slashes at midair and then snaps right next to your face. A little bit of drawl kind of just does get you on the face a little bit.
Yeah.
He's quite disgusting. The other looks at you, Clarence, and does the same thing.
Ooh, please.
Does a 15 hit you, Clarence?
15 is my AC.
Okay, so that's not, the claw misses with a 9, but it was a 20 on the bite. 7 points of damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 6.
Okay. Good to know.
Am I a werewolf now?
Just, you don't know.
Okay.
Perhaps.
I think that was a yes.
And
Yeah.
Where are we? Turn order. Yep. Shael, if you please.
Shael. How far can he move? 30. As a bonus action, he will start his blade song. And move around the back here, and then attack the one that just bit Clarence.
Okay. Yeah, an 18 will hit.
Okay. 1 second, let me just read. So, bonus to AC straight. Okay, cool. That is 9 points of damage.
Okay, it's piercing regular damage, correct?
Correct. I do not believe he has any magical weapons. It just says rapier.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, slashes across, and you see, like where the marks were, kind of just the fur just kind of replaces again, and it looks neat, as if it wasn't hit at all.
Cheeky bastard.
Indeed. Who is that?
Sorry, yeah, that's the end of his turn.
Okay, Laurel.
since none of my stuff is working, I've got piercing. I'm gonna do my fire arrow again, like I did last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I still got some oil,
Mm-hmm.
not oil, fluid, whatever. So obviously, my first turn, I'm gonna dip
Yep.
fluid in my arrow.
Mm-hmm. No worries.
And obviously, I end my turn.
Okay. Summer.
I'm just going to try and hit it again.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
No, bless you.
What
Oh,
are you
thank you.
hitting it with?
Oh, fuck. Oh.
No, bless you again.
Oh, God, it's dribbled everywhere. I'm going to try and hit it with my quarterstaff again.
Okay.
For fuck's sake. Oh, my God.
Jesus.
17.
17 on here.
Fuck off. Okay. 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm gonna try and punch it in the face.
Okay.
22. Get the fuck off my screen.
Get a hit.
And 6 damage.
Sure. So you whack it once with your stick, and you feel the stick connect, and you can feel the vibrations reverb down the shaft of your quarterstaff. It doesn't respond. You punch it with a true uppercut, and it doesn't even budge.
For fuck's
If
sake.
anything, you get more drawl on your fist.
Ugh.
Okay. Clarence.
Sorry, just retconning a little bit. Shael has advantage on that previous attack. Can I roll a d20 just in case of a crit? Or does it not? Does it not matter because they're immune to?
I would say, yeah. In terms of this, it's a non-magical weapon. He's making an impact. It's just not doing anything. So I would say for the point of crit, the damage would be high, but it wouldn't actually be worth anything.
Right. Okay. Clarence is not going to rage. He is actually petrified. So he's just going to fall over and cry.
Well, go prone.
Yeah, he's going to fall over and start weeping.
Okay. Oh.
Or sort of try and back away, just kind of fall over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, that says everything.
Sweet. Jirak. You may be muted.
Sorry, that time I didn't have my headphones plugged in. Right. I am going to. I think I pretty much can't move without taking opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, you're surrounded.
Flanking or something. Can I just permanently delay my turn till after Keggers?
If you really want to.
Or no, I'll tell you what. Bonus action, I'm going to oh no, I'm already concentrating on never mind.
I forgot to do that actually.
We only found one silvered hand axe, didn't we?
Yep, but there is also something else that you guys currently have in your possession that is silvered.
Oh, I don't want to use that. Definitely bad.
It's not the one that has Trish Drassic on it. It's the
that's true. Yeah. Someone's got that, I think. The ornate silver longsword, similar to Triss's, but without the name. Yeah, I'm going to ready an attack against the grey werewolf until Kega gets around the other side, and I can get flanking advantage.
Okay, fair enough.
DM.
Yes.
Point of interest. Shael's scribe pack. Would his quill be silvered?
Does it state that it's silvered?
It just says he's got a scribe pack.
Yeah, probably not.
And my bear claws?
Are they stated to be silver?
Well, they were stated as nothing until we decided they were bell claws.
No, I will say no because they're bear
okay.
claws. Good try though.
Thank you.
I would, in any other circumstances, I would give you inspiration, but
it's not going to do anything.
Exactly. Okay. Let's see. Goplana. You may be muted.
Sorry. Just a question before I do anything. What's my arrows tipped with?
Which arrows?
What do you mean, which arrows?
Your regular arrows, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you pulling your arrows from?
Do you still
My
have
new
that?
quiver.
Do you still have that flower thing?
Yeah. What the
flower arrows?
The crown.
Oh,
No, didn't you have
that wilted and fell off in the night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It
only
was only
lasted
there till
24
morning.
hours.
But if I pull them from the quiver with the vines, would they? What would happen?
Well, as you reach into the quiver, there's currently nothing in the quiver. There's soil. There's soil, and you can feel that there is like a little tip of like a plant or something, like almost like a bulb, but doesn't seem to be anything else in there.
What are my regular arrows tipped with?
If they're not stated any otherwise, they will be regular.
Regular, so to steel.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't work against werewolves.
The regular magic damage works fine. Like if you can shoot fire at your hands, that works great. It's just they're immune to normal weapons, I think.
Okay. Hang on, Thorn Whip's 30 foot, isn't it? Right, okay. If I use spider climb, could I get up to the top of the ship things?
I would imagine so.
Wonderful, because that's 30 foot away. So I'm going to use spider climb to get up to the top of there.
Okay.
Is anyone damaged or needs healing?
I'm damaged, but don't really need healing.
Okay, I'm going to just get to the top and wait up there for my next turn.
Okay. Kega.
Okay. So Kega is going to run round this side here, not getting far enough away to provoke an opportunity attack, hopefully. And then is gonna do the proning claw thing. So if that hits, imagine 22 hits. It doesn't do any damage, but needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 13, I believe. Yeah.
That was an 8.
Oh, then it is knocked prone. Result. And then that will trigger Jirak's held action, who will then make the Yeah, make a hand axe attack.
Attack, yeah.
If 20 hits, then it's 7 points of damage.
Nice, yep, good.
And that is both of their turns.
Okay, good to know. Right, got to do this in the right order now. The one beside you. 11 misses, but a 23 will hit if I'm right.
I think 23 hits everyone.
Yeah, the 7 points of slashing damage from claws that reap across your shoulder. It turns and goes to leave, so you do have an attack of opportunity. As you hear barking and howling from outside the tent.
Oof, 9.
So it disappears outside. You're now still dealing with these two bastards inside the tent. One stands up as he was, turns to Kega.
Oh, fuck.
Oh. An 11 misses, right?
By 1, yeah.
But a 24 crit will hit.
Fuck.
I don't know how this is going to work. But that's 6, 7, 8, 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh, shit.
And I need him to make a Constitution saving throw DC 12. And this is correctly from the bite.
Oh, 18.
Okay. Although I think it might have been kind of cool to see a lion.
Oh, yeah, for sure. A lion that turns into a wolf at the full moon.
Okay, so that's that. And then there's this guy that is still going at Clarence. A 10 and 11, which I think both miss.
Both miss.
Okay. Okay. You get a bit of drool on your shoulder from the bite, from missing. Just misjudged your distance and height.
Okay.
Their depth perception isn't very good. So then that leaves us with Shael.
Realizing that normal weapons don't work and realizing he has spells. Green Flame Blade. Let's put the action on a hit. So +6. It's 13.
Yeah, 13 does hit, yeah.
13 does hit on hit the target, so if it's target normal. So that's 5 points of damage.
Okay. There's nothing else within 5 feet, so.
Oh shit, and I totally misread that. I just thought it was like extra fire damage. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, yeah, I should have done the booming blade instead.
Sorry.
Okay, cool. I'll do that next time.
What was the booming blade?
It's the same target surface of the attack as normal, and it becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of its next turn. Target when he moves before, then it takes. Oh, if it moves, it takes D8, D8 the thunder damage.
Right.
So
Okay. We'll do that because you're unfamiliar with the spells instead of the green flame.
Thank you.
Because it's only fair. If he was here, he'd know his spells. So. Okay. Laurel.
Right, now that I've put it in oil, I'm going to slightly move a little bit because I don't want to kill anyone. Hold on, let me just maybe slide down just there. And I'm going to shoot my arrow at that wolf there when I tried before.
Okay.
And then...
This one.
Yeah. That was 8.
No.
Didn't work anyway.
So this flaming bolt whizzes past your ear, Clarence, and actually reignites the fire pit that's like lighting the area over here. So like there's now a bit more light in the room.
Shrael just gives the thumbs up. Good shot. Like
you can smell like singed hair.
It's just Clarence, it's just you. Every time you're near me, I just want to shoot you in the face with my fire arrows.
I know. I feel like there's a bit of chemistry going on between the gnomes.
Nah.
Okay, Summer.
So what was this earlier about me having a sword?
Apparently you have the silver sword that was found.
I mean, I'll bloody take it and try and hit it with it. What should I do? Roll a d20.
Drag across a long sword into your compendium and then just roll.
Well, I don't know how to do that.
So go on to the little eye in your compendium.
What?
The little eye at the top of the left, right-hand corner. Little information circle. Type in longsword. Drag it into your weapons on your character sheet.
No.
And it will say it. You just need to click it.
Just what? The first one under items.
Yeah, it should say weapons, longsword.
No, I've got proficiencies and items.
Yeah, items.
Oh, fuck off.
Charming.
I swear to God. Well, it didn't. Oh, I've got 2, apparently.
That's right, just click on one for now. We'll sort out the other one in a minute. Yeah, 17 will hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
12.
Yeah,
Ooh.
nice. 12. Yeah, you see this gouge straight across this werewolf's chest.
As my bonus action, can I stick my hand inside this gouge and try and make it bigger?
As a bonus action.
Yeah, like my
hand.
Yeah.
You can try, I guess.
I give it a good old go. I mean, apparently not.
Nah. It's hard to tell where the fur begins and the gash ends, if that makes sense. Okay, so Clarence. Is that right?
So I'm sitting on the floor, Karen. I'm gonna minor illusion myself in a box.
As it looks at you.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Jirak.
Okay, Jirak is going to continue to stab this werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Or stab slash, I mean. 24
Yeah, 24.
for 11 points of damage.
Nice.
And they look like they got that one under control. Maybe it's not going anywhere, at least.
Mhm.
And so the barking outside,
Yep.
and howling and stuff like that.
Yep.
Did that sound? How could I tell how many barking and howlings there were?
Just seemed like the one.
Okay.
Probably the one that ran out, that was
Okay,
hidden in
yeah.
the crowd that you didn't quite see to begin with.
Also, just like a rewind question, basically. But all these wells, were they all hidden in the crowd, or was any of them in the actual like group of performers?
You can see the clothing that they ripped off onto the floor. One being the main ringmaster, or the one that was portraying himself as the ringmaster, and one being the clothing of one of the bards that was playing the lute off to the side. And the same sort of occurrence seems to be that there was a handful of them.
So there were some in the audience, but 2 of them were actually performers.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. That'll be Jarek's turn.
Okay. Coplana.
Okay, gonna move slightly to here, and she's gonna lean over and down so I can just about get the werewolf below me in a thorn whip.
Okay.
Please don't screw me. 9.
Nope.
Really good. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a stupid decision. So you know with Flame Blade, is it summoning it is a bonus action and using it as an action, or is it using it as an action, a bonus action?
I think using it is still an action. Does it state it in the wording that it's a bonus action? Because if it doesn't state that it's a bonus action, I would take it as gospel that it's an action.
Oh, you can use your action to make a melee attack.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay. Oh. And Drassig's sword is silver, isn't it?
His weapon is not silver, but there is a silvered weapon that is identical to it that currently is being used by Summer.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm gonna summon the fire blade, flame blade.
No worries. So that moves us on to Keko.
Kiga is going to, I think, seeing as that one's prone, and Kiga literally cannot do anything else, is going to run and try and smack the other one, knock it prone.
Okay.
If that hit, 22 hits, so it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yep. $13.
That is DC 13, so I'm pretty sure it's fine.
Okay.
So it is not prone, and that is Kiga gets an opportunity attack from that one, assuming it's still alive, and that'll be a turn.
Okay. First of all, let's do that. He misses with a critical 5, and I think it's only fair that we do. D20. Okay, so the wolf goes to attack Kega and swings wide, completely missing, and it's almost like he lunges too far, and you begin to smell this like horrid, rancid shit type smell, as he seems to have soiled himself.
And that 20 on the chart is they shit themselves.
Pretty much.
Oh my god, okay. Jesus. Kega looks backwards in disgust.
The other, it's the wolf's turn anyway. So he will carry on attacking you, Summer, this time. And same goes for you, Clarence. The box is not falling anyone.
Does it at least give disadvantage? Because he can't see where I am.
No, he clearly saw the illusion appear.
Okay.
First of all, Summer, does a 16 hit?
16 hits, yeah.
No, sorry, that was for Summer.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, so claws. 11 misses, I'm guessing. An 8 will miss. But does a 22 hit you, Clarence?
Just.
Right, so Summer, you take 6 points of slashing damage as the wolf reaches and lunges at you. And you take 7 slashing damage there, Clarence, as you kind of see through your illusory box this claw just come and grab and slice across your chest. Okay. Shael's turn.
Shael will raise his hand, his air, and I would like the werewolf to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay.
So DC 14.
Oh, 13.
Oh, he fails. As a giant earthen hand appears from the ground and begins to crush the werewolf. For 8 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, and he is now
Sorry.
restrained.
Wonderful. Okay. Laurel.
DM, I have a quick question. I'm trying to work out how to do this. So I've got metal ball bearings. Can I throw it at the wolf?
If you have a set of ball bearings, you can throw them onto the ground surrounding the area. It creates difficult terrain. So if you have ball bearings, you can throw them onto the ground, and it would create them to be a disadvantage from. They would have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, but can I just throw it at him?
Well, is it a single ball bearing's probably not going to do much.
I've got. Bear in mind, I've got about 1,000 ball bearings, so I can throw as many as I want to him.
You can throw the best you'll probably get is its attention. So it's really up to you.
I don't know, because I've got nothing. Well, the only thing that's metal or silver I've got in the ball bearings. I've got nothing else to attack him with. He's already restrained it. Tink, tink, tink. So I'll try my short bow normally again.
Okay.
And it's not going to do much.
15.
15. 7.
Yep. You see it like hit the shoulder again, the same place you fired it before. Just falls to the ground.
Fine. Alright then. I have my turn.
Okay. Summer.
I'm gonna use the sword again.
Yep.
You might have to wait till tomorrow, so I'll leave it there.
That's alright. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nope.
I know my turn because if I punch it, it's not really going to do anything to it.
Well, you have other actions that your key points allow you to do.
What?
You have other actions your key points allow you to do.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but if I like punch it twice, that's not going to do anything either.
Alright, no worries. Clarence?
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
You may be muted, Clarence.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Clarence is gonna get out from his box, start to rage, and smack him with the with his warhammer.
Okay.
Because that's gonna do a lot, and that's a 9.
Okay. No. So.
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay. You swing in your violent rage with your hammer, hitting the stone floor. Juvac.
Apologies. All right. Jirek is going to, same as usual. Actually, wait, no. Jirek is going to walk around this other side to gain flanking, and then smack up the hand axe.
Okay.
25.
Yep.
For 12 points of slashing damage.
You don't even need to do much else. As you slash from behind him, you hear this, and it kind of just flomps to the floor.
That's what I like to hear. So just one left now, right?
Yeah, just this one here.
Okay. I'm gonna. How much movement do I have? 1, 2, 3. I'll start making my way over,
Okay.
and that'll be my turn.
Goplana. You may be muted. Just want to capture it. Or either that or you've been hitting the liquor
Sorry,
again.
it's cooking food.
Okay. Yep, she's been hitting the liquor.
Jirax just got the one I was gonna go. Okay, who's bad? Hang on. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Far away. Is anyone hurt at this point?
You've seen a handful of your colleagues get hit, yeah?
Like anyone in need of it desperately?
I think no, you're all good.
Cool.
Kega could do with a healing word just to make, because like one more hit and she's unconscious.
Healing word for Kaga then.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's my bonus action.
Nice.
Nice.
That's my action.
Mm-hmm.
If I backed up and ran, do you think I could land on top of that thing over there?
What is it you try?
Well, you
from where you are, you're 30.
Yeah,
You're
if
about
I
30,
jump.
You're about 30 foot up in the air.
you could use me as a stepping stone.
I'm on top of the massive
Yeah,
pillar.
You're about 30-ish foot off the floor. You probably take some damage.
That's okay.
Since you still got spider climb up, you could probably just walk on the ceiling and then drop straight down.
Oh, that's point. I could do that, couldn't I?
From where you are to the ceiling is probably, it's probably another 10 foot or so.
No, I'll run and jump. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pushing it a bit.
And I want to, if I can, stick it with my sword as I go down. Land on top of it.
Okay. So, one minute. D6, so it's 3d6. So as you drop, you want to make an attack. 1, 2, 3. So you do take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall, but go ahead and roll your attack.
Roll what, sorry?
Go ahead and roll your attack if you're dropping down onto the enemy.
10 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Nice. Begins to yelp like a hound would do in pain.
Cool. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Wunderbar. Kega.
Kega is going to. I don't think. Kega can't do anything at the moment without taking an opportunity attack. So she's gonna.
It's restrained.
Is it?
It's restrained,
yeah.
Lovely. Then she will take 20-foot step back and then charge straight at it and then try and knock it prone again.
Okay.
That's meant to be an advantage, but 23 hits anyway. So strength saving throw.
6.
Then it is knocked prone as well as restrained.
Wonderful. Okay. Wolf can't really do much more than that, so we'll go to Shale.
It can take a strength save to try.
Yeah, it can.
DC 14.
11? Nope. Okay, Shale. Please. It's looking pretty ropey anyway, this beast, so...
So he's gonna. The hand is gonna crush again for 9 points of damage.
Ooh.
Bludgeoning.
Okay. Is that the magical or non?
It's an earth hand that crushes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's class.
I'm not sure if that's magical or not.
It's caused by magical effects. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Laurel.
Well, everyone's in my way now. So I think I'm just going to skip a turn. Can't do anything because it won't, when I attack it won't do any damage. So
Okay.
I'll skip it.
Sure. Summer.
I'm gonna move into this little space between
join the party?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna come join, and then stab it. As you
Okay.
do. Ka-chow, ka-chow. Fuck.
Well, 11's its
Hey.
AC, so you do hit.
Hey. 4.
That's enough.
Hey.
So, how do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna bring this bad boy straight down on its skull.
Wonderful. So, you bring the blade straight down, slicing this werewolf's head in two as it falls to get Kegger's claw. Wonderful. You hear from outside a yelping of the same sort of fashion from outside as you hear the sheathing of blade against bone from the outside of the tent. And you also have a cheer from several of the people from within the cage.
Well, gang, I knew something was going to go wrong. Never an easy day. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself, just in case we get jumped again.
Yeah. Several of the individuals come outside the cage. These are clearly circus folk. One of them does come to you as a group and goes to speak.
What's up?
You know the things what time it is? Like,
Says,
I always accidentally turn it on. I'm trying to turn it on not. Now that I want to turn it, is it saying it's not morning? It's not one.
one of them moves to you and says, thank you for saving us. It's been months of slavery and horror that has become this circus's main quest.
I mean, you did a pretty good job of saving yourself.
They warned us to go into the cage before the penultimate end. We once was a regular circus, not this horror show you see now.
So you knew this was going to happen?
It's a long story, but 6 months ago, we were travelling through Deerstock, a town in Wildmount, when a series of bandits forced us onto a boat and back to Tal'Dorei, along with our circus gear. Before our first show just outside Imon, we were warned to lock ourselves into the cages as the event was about to close. It was only then we learned we were in fact werewolves. Months went by, unaware many villagers died as a result of the savage attacks, but word got to a city. As we were rushed to pack our gear, guards showed and managed to kill a handful of them with their silvered weapons. But forced along with the survivors, we all escaped. They continued to use this same con in much smaller villages, threatening to turn us if we attempted to run or leak out their true intent. Having watched them slaughter and pillage small villages of Tal'Dorei, a few of them spread out and spoke about starting their own group of followers to take hold of larger cities. Others spoke of moving with the circus along to Tal'Dorei in order to slow down the availability of silvered ore to other regions, hence why we ended up here in Duran. Just know there are many left out there in Tal'Dorei, along with their victims. I myself have only read of these things in fantasy books, but I know that what it speaks of is not all werewolves are evil. Some of them go under some trial known as the taming or something. If the surviving victims do not get this, they will turn savage. That or finding a cure would help. If you can find a werewolf clan that are not bent on killing anything and everything, that might be something to watch out for. If they're real, that is. I mean, they are. I've not heard of them if they are. Keep your eyes open and stay safe. He kind of looks back at the rest of his circus family.
I would like to take all of their names and tell them that they're not leaving town for some time.
Sure. Kind of actually gives you like a small little book of their acts. It's almost like what you would get at a stage show. Like this person played this part and so on.
Oh, like a what's it called? A program.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So, anyone doing anything at this stage?
I would like to loot the bodies.
Okay. Anyone that wishes to look around, just quickly do an investigation check. Now I'm watching for time because I know some of you need to dash. Yeah. Okay. One of them seems to be the ticket master of sorts, or who was taking payments. Has a large bag of coin on him. There's 600 gold pieces.
Oh, fuck. Top me right back up again.
You have you managed to obtain 1 pint of wolf's blood.
I have a feeling that's going to be helpful for you, Clarence.
There is a satchel that contains 5 days of party rations. So that would go amongst the group for 5 days. Goplana, you do find a small folded up piece of parchment, and as you go to read it, it seems to be a recipe for a rabbit stew. This one requires a herb known as lavender seeds, an ingredient known as lavender seeds. Jurek, you do find something strange. It's a small dagger. It has a small hilted handle and a circular gap before it reaches the blade. The circle seems to have some sort of fluidy remnants within it. And Summer, if you could roll me another d20, please, just a regular d20.
Is anyone putting this in the bag of holding, or shall I do it?
You find 18 wolf teeth that you managed to pull out of the wolves.
I'll do it now.
All right.
Yeah, and that's what you managed to find from the bodies in here. Okay, I think that this may be a good. Well, actually, let's get you to the outside, the penultimate end. So as you manage to
Do I not
salvage,
get anything?
what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
Unfortunately, no. Sorry.
Not even a bottle of alcohol.
No, sorry, not with a
Damn.
6.
Okay.
As you exit this tent, you do see that there lay about a dozen or so dead bodies from Duran villagers, and you see Captain Gormax standing over one of the wolves with sword dripping and himself covered in blood. He looks and sees you and says, these creatures give one hell of a bite. One got away and ran into the woods. Somehow. Strange how they would attack during a show with so many people. I will notify the families of their loss. And he begins to limp away.
Captain?
Yes.
As he's leaving. Were you bitten?
It's hard to tell. I think so. So,
Get that scene too.
I intend to.
We don't want you, well, being on the receiving end of that, and I'd like motion to his sword.
What do you mean? It's just a bite.
In character, does Jirak know, like, werewolves transmit their curse via biting, or would that be metagaming to know that?
I would say out of anyone, Jirak probably would understand the nature a little bit more and would have come across possibly a werewolf in his history. So I would say, yeah, you probably understand that it's likely that can occur.
Okay. I don't want to
Plus,
scare him.
The circus
so
folk
say
did pretty much outrightly tell you that other people got attacked and any survivors were likely to have been turned into werewolves also. So,
yeah. I say, well, these creatures, it's a condition and it's contagious. So just go see a cleric. Don't just, rest on it.
I'd take that into consideration. Thank you, Jirak.
I nod.
Okay, so let's say for now it is evening. You all have your rooms in the R Sailor. I will say additionally, you level up.
Dope.
So level 5 now, I think.
That's fireball level.
And we will close it off for the session. Hopefully I didn't overrun too far into that for some others that needed to dash away.